Hello and welcome to my channel. If you enjoy stories of the paranormal in whispered and soft-spoken, then you've come to the right place. So hit that subscribe button, sit back, get a little scared, watch the candle, be a little mesmerized. We're going to go ahead and get started. These stories are taken from Reddit, from personal accounts, so I will link the contributor on in my description box below. So the first story is on the day my father died, at around the time he was thought to have taken his own life, I was sitting on my couch and a dark shadow, shaped like a person, walked past me, hung around for a second, and vanished. I had an odd feeling a little bit before this happened. I was laying down and sat up because I felt odd. The next day I got a phone call from my sister saying he had died the previous afternoon. I'm sure he still visits me from time to time. I bought the house he owned when he died. Whenever I'd be out in the workshop, I'd sometimes be overcome with grief. Turns out that's where he hung himself. I was never told where exactly it happened until the poor fellow that found him told me. So, all that makes me believe in the paranormal a little bit more. When my neighbor's mother died, I swear I could smell her perfume and cigarette smoke in my house. She lived here as a child. Story number 2. My whole family had experiences seeing apparitions over the years at our house. Tall guy, peacoat-like jacket, one of those typical New York City type business people hats, standing against the doorway. Other times you see a shadow run across the basement. Another time I was in the basement, my brother asked if I was in my room upstairs. I wasn't, because there was someone sitting on my bed. Doors would close, lights turn on and off. Never bothered us too much, but we named him Edward the Ghost. This was a new construction house, so there was no previous history other than being an empty field. Story number 3. I had 3 in my childhood home. I named one Michael Jackson because he just liked to sit on the bed beside me while I was playing video games. I named the one that stays in the closet and doesn't come out much Jacob. And I don't think I named the third one because I was too scared of it. They all listened to Jacob, though. When Jacob said it's time to go back into the closet, they listened. And I think there was a portal in my closet, but it mostly started closed, and they just stayed in the closet. We lived there while I was 9 to 13. Next story. I was the night owl in my family growing up. My parents and siblings went to bed early, and I'd enjoy the sweet, sweet early zeros, early hours, internet in peace. One night, I was in my room late at night and saw my mom walk past my door. I got up to ask what she was doing, but when I looked down the hall where she had walked, all the lights were still off. I looked to my left, where my parents' room was, and could see her sound asleep in her bed. I'd had weird things happen before, but that was the first time I clearly saw something that couldn't have been there. Our last story for this little session. For ghosts, 2 incidents. The first was when we moved into a beautiful Victorian home, and I started walking up on my floor. I'm sorry, let me start that over. The first was when we moved into a beautiful Victorian home, and I started waking up on my floor randomly. We thought that maybe I was just rolling off, but then I started getting woken up in the middle of the night being yanked by my ankle. My mom burned some sage around the house and it stopped. The second was in the same house. Keep in mind this house had no AC or heat, just windows and a fireplace. The last summer we were there, the whole house would be hot, but my mom's room was ice cold every single day. She enjoyed it at first, but then she started waking up with bruises on her arms, which then progressed into dreams where she was getting grabbed or scratched in dark rooms, then waking up with the same marks. We moved out soon after. Thank you for listening. And if you have any requests, put them in the description or comment below actually. And I will try and read those on a future broadcast. So stay a little scared, everyone. Till next time.